Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Navarro. So, on behalf of Amda Philippines, I want to extend our heartfelt thank you to all our sponsors, partner organizations.
Konnichiwa. I am Karen Martinez, a Filipino third-year medical student, incumbent president of Asian Medical Students Association, Janelta Foundation School of Medicine, or AMSA Janelta. Year 1, 2020, Typhoon Rolly, with its international name Goni, made its first landfall in the island province of Catanduanes, located in Bicol region of Luzon, Philippines. And as a native of Catanduanes, I did not think twice to reach out to Catanduanes even when all plans are still uncertain. We identified our target beneficiaries with the help of the Municipal Social Welfare and Development Office, or MSWDO of Virac, a municipality in Catanduanes, which is among the areas hard hit by typhoon. Barangay Balite, Virac, Catanduanes is a coastal community where the typhoon left a lot of families homeless. 92 houses were totally damaged and 97 were partially damaged. On November 6, 11 p.m. to November 8, 3 p.m., relief packs loaded in the delivery trucks were transported to Catanduanes via land and sea travel. Finally, after the long hours of travel, on November 8, relief packs were distributed to the 263 families in Barangay Balite. The storm have passed, but the trauma may still live on, yet the residents of Catanduanes managed to wear climate justice is for everyone in this generation and for the next ones. Let us push for change and help in any way that we can.
Catanduanes Island through the storm. So a brief description of our province, that it is called the verdant with verdant hills, the Pacific seascape, clouds that seem to sit on earth are just a few words to describe Catanduanes Island. Catanduanes lies in the typhoon belt, where it has become the favorite passing ground of almost all tropical storms, typhoons, and super typhoons every year. Super Typhoon Rolly has remarkably made history in Catanduanes. It has marked itself as one of the fiercest typhoons that has ravaged the island province of Catanduanes. Province with 11 municipalities had the capital town of Virac and the other municipalities of Bato, Baras, Higmoto, San Miguel, and San Andres as the most severely affected with its ravaging path. Heartbreaking effect to every Katandunganon of today. The super hauler with more than 350 kilometers per hour, massive strike, which downed practically everything on its path to the ground, left with unnamed damages to lives, properties, infrastructure, and facilities. The whole island province has been basically left segregated for a time to the world's channel of conveyance in communication, commerce, and services. We only have faith left of us for a time after the ravages of Rolly. And with that of our overburning spirit of resiliency, we love to do the act of paghawas after every massive destruction that occasionally come our way, such as this one from Rolly. So hawas means to rise. This is an old Bicol term. 4 barangays served in the 2 municipalities of Catanduanes. For Virac, we have Calatagan proper with 122 families benefited. Calatagan Tibang of Virac, 132 families benefited. San Vicente Virac, 150 families benefited. San Miguel, a barangay in San Miguel is Kilikilihan with 97 families benefited. So we have a total 501 beneficiaries. And documentation of the relief operations conducted in the different barangays and municipalities of Catanduanes. Thank you so much. Diyos mabalos po. Maraming salamat.
I am Regine Karatikit, currently the Municipal Health Officer or the Municipal Doctor of Dinapigue, Isabela. Dinapigue, Isabela is one of the 4 coastal towns of Isabela. I am tasked to report on the medical relief operations conducted last November 28 in Cagayan and on the 30th of the same month in Isabela. Typhoon Ulysses landed in the Philippines. Its 21st tropical cyclone for 2020 and hit Luzon hardest from November 11 to 12, 2020. The typhoon released forceful winds and drenching rain that killed many people, wrecked thousands of homes, and left the valley covered with flood, leaving people with almost nothing but themselves as its aftermath. Ulysses so far has become the deadliest tropical cyclone to hit the country this year. Ulysses ravaged Luzon and flooded several communities and damaged majority of commercial and agricultural properties. Filipinos were quick to respond amidst limited mobility and slow disaster response due to the unanticipated surge of rescue reports, and not to mention the threat of the COVID-19 pandemic. Low-lying parts of Isabela and Cagayan experienced flood waters to as high as the second floor of houses, leaving families aground on rooftops or to areas where flood cannot reach them. Cagayan Valley is located in the northeastern part of the Philippines. It comprises 5 provinces, namely Batanes, Quirino, Nueva Vizcaya, Cagayan, and Isabela. Of these 5 provinces, Isabela and Cagayan are the hardest hit provinces. With the help of Association of Medical Doctors of Asia and Women in National Development and Security, called to organize for a medical and relief operations. The group used the Binadangan as name for the relief operations. Efforts have been made since then, and working committees have been made to have an organized, smooth, and well-coordinated delivery of all the goods. It are pictures of Enrile Cagayan after Typhoon Vamco. So the first and the last, the third picture, that picture is from Barangay Maracuro, wherein the relief operations was conducted, as well as the second picture. According to the municipal mayor of Enrile Cagayan, 16 out of 22 barangays were affected, wherein 32,659 individuals or 7,652 families were affected. 60% of this accounts for 60% of the whole households. So the flood or water level is as high as 6 meters and as 3 meters as the most shallow. A medical consultation was held in was conducted in Maracor Elementary School. It was attended by 4 physicians and 3 nurses, wherein 97 individuals were catered. Top morbidities include diabetes and hypertension, respiratory infections, and minor wounds. And only 197 were given in Barangay Maracuro. The group asked the municipal health officer for an ideal place to give extra relief. Hence, Sitio Canagan, Barangay Divisoria, was selected. So Barangay Divisoria is a 30-minute ride from Barangay Maracuro with this kind of road. This is Barangay Anafunan, Tuguegarao City. 2 days before the relief operations, and the group decided to bring relief goods here in this barangay. Well, we cannot go to the area because it is isolated. Due to heavy rain, the residents were transferred to Anafunan Elementary School as their evacuation center. There are a total of 200 relief were distributed. As of this moment, there are still evacuees in the temporary shelter. Barangay Fermeldi in Tumawini, Isabela, taken last November 13, 2020. So this is 2 weeks before 17 days before the relief operations. A total of 360 set of relief goods were turned over to the barangay officials. A medical consultation was also conducted in the barangay hall, which catered 268 individuals. Respiratory and skin infections are the most prevalent diseases in the area at the time of consultation.
I am Alfredo Lorenzo Sablay. I am a recent graduate of the University of Santo Tomas, Faculty of Medicine and Surgery, and currently I am a postgraduate intern in Makati Medical Center and the current country lead of the youth-led and youth-targeted organization More Viral Than Virus Philippines and assistant head coordinator of the student-led social civic organization, Luzon Crisis Assistance Team. The team communicates with each other via Messenger group chat and a Discord group chat where pertinent documents for signing are sent. We also have a centralized email address and Google Drive where all essential files can be accessed. The team updates each other and conducts planning through weekly Zoom meetings. These pictures show relief goods ready for sorting and repacking by our volunteers in Baguio. After repacking, the goods are ready for loading and eventual transit and distribution to our partner community beneficiaries. So these are the data gathered from the Community Needs Assessment from Cagayan, courtesy of our contacts and partners. And through this data, we were able to prioritize which barangays needed urgent help and attention and what their specific needs were. So the following photos show the first batch of dispatch of relief packs to the Cagayan region for Wave 2. So these pictures show the distribution of relief packs in barangays Lapi and Minanga, Cagayan, and also the distribution of relief packs in Barangay Lalo, Cagayan. This time, the activity was properly coordinated with Sanggunian ng Kabataan or local officials in the barangay and health workers. There was also a heartfelt welcome towards the team from the people in the barangay, and the distribution was made soft and organized through the assistance of the police in the area. The recipients expressed their gratitude to the sponsors and to the team. So the following photos show Project Agbiag's relief operations from the acquisition of the relief goods, to loading and transport of the relief goods, then to the eventual distribution to our beneficiary communities in Isabela. So this ends my presentation, and in the spirit of Bayanihan, thank you very much and mabuhay.
Marilyn?
Yes.
There was a question about how the affected area was just after the disaster passed, and what is the current situation now in Catanduanes?
Looking at the situation of Catanduanes after typhoons, even if you will be looking it on the social media, people are saying that the aftermath in the videos and the pictures is like a place where a bomb was dropped. Catanduanes has no evacuation center. If there are, maybe a one or two, because what we use during the typhoon as evacuation center are big houses of our neighbors. But today, because of the resiliency, you can see that the totally damaged houses are now in a way fixed. They gathered from the different materials flown to their places after the typhoon.
How did you identify the affected area despite the affected area was very wide? One.
Okay.
The second question is, how did you prioritize?
So we have coordinated with the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management. Since they have the data, we have identified the totally damaged families using that data.
For continuous support, what kind of support do the affected area need?
I think I wasn't able to look on the other parts of Cagayan, but for Enrile, more on agricultural support will be needed.